Assalamualaikum and a very good day to my respected lecturer, Madam Azlina. My name is Anisha Mimi Amani binti Hamdan and my matrix number is 01DAC24F2025. Today, I would like to present to our introduction to cost management. Cost management is the process of planning, controlling, or reducing costs in a business. It is important because it helps a business understand how much money is spent to produce a product. For a manufacturing business like Lunara scarf, cost management is very important because we need to make sure that the production cost is not too high. If the business does not manage costs properly, it may face loss, low profit, or waste too many materials. Cost management helps a business in many ways. First, it helps to control expenses such as fabric costs, labor costs, electricity, and packaging costs. Second, it is help the business set a suitable selling price. It is important because the selling price must be high enough to make profit but still affordable for customers. Third, cost management helps increase profit by reducing unnecessary spending and also avoiding wastage. There are three important concepts in cost management. The first concept is cost object. A cost object is the product or service that the business wants to calculate the cost for. In our business, the cost objects are beaded shawl and beaded bowel. We calculate the cost for each product separately because each product may use different amount of fabric, beads, and labor. The second concept is cost accumulation. Cost accumulation means collecting all the costs involved in producing the product. For Lunara scarf, the costs include fabrics, beads, thread, packaging, labor, sewing machine, expenses, electricity, and transportation costs. The third concept is cost assignment. Cost assignment means assigning or allocating the collected cost to each product. For example, a beaded shawl may use more fabric, more beads, and take longer to produce compared to beaded bowel. Therefore, the beaded shawl will have a higher production cost. Now, let me introduce our proposed business. The name of our business is Lunara Scarf. Lunara Scarf is a manufacturing business that produces stylish, elegant, and premium beaded hijabs. Our business focuses on producing high-quality hijabs with a beautiful bead decorations. We want our product to look exclusive and attractive so that customers feel confident and fashionable when wearing them. The two main products offered by Lunara scarf are beaded shawl and beaded bowel. The beaded shawl is suitable for a customer who prefer a long and flowy hijab style. It can be worn for a casual wear, office wear, or special occasions. The beaded bowel is suitable for customers who prefer a simple and neat hijab style. It is comfortable, easy to wear, and suitable for students and working women. Our target market includes young women, students, working women, and fashion-conscious customers. These groups are more likely to buy trendy and premium hijabs because they want to look stylish and confident. We also target customers who need hijab for special occasions such as wedding, dinner, birthday, family gatherings, and festival celebration. We choose this business because the demand for hijab is always high in Malaysia. Many Muslim women wear hijabs every day, so there is always a strong market for hijab products. In addition, beaded hijabs are becoming more popular because they look elegant, premium, and unique. Customers are willing to pay a higher price for hijabs with better quality and attractive design. Another reason is that social media can help promote the products easily. Business can use platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook to show product designs, customer review, and promotional video. Lastly, Lunara scarf has strong potential for profit and future growth because the products are trendy, attractive, and suitable for many different customers. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to my respected lecturer, Madam Azlina. My name is Nur Fatih Nazira binti Azman and my metric number is 01DAC24F2020. First, I will explain the material required for our products. The main material used are fabric, beads and thread. For fabric, we use chiffon for the beaded shawl because it is lightweight and gives a more premium and elegant look. For the beaded bawal, we use cotton fabric as it is more comfortable and suitable for daily wear. Beads are used to enhance the design and make the hijab look more attractive and exclusive. Thread is used for sewing and finishing to ensure the product is neat and durable. Next is the material cost calculation. For the beaded shawl, the total material cost is RM45. This includes RM25 for chiffon fabric, RM15 for beads, and RM5 for thread. For the beaded bawal, the total material cost is RM28, which includes RM15 for cotton fabric, RM10 for beads, and RM3 for thread. The difference in material cost is mainly due to the type of fabric used and the complexity of the bead design. The shawl uses higher quality fabric and more detailed design, which increases the cost. Next is the total cost calculation for each product. Product cost consists of three components, which are direct material, direct labor, and overhead. For the beaded shawl, the total cost is RM80, which includes RM45 for direct material, RM20 for direct labor, and RM50 for overhead. For the beaded bawal, the total cost is RM55, which includes RM28 for direct material, RM15 for labor, and RM12 for overhead. The shawl has a higher total cost because it requires more expensive materials and more labor for the beading process. Lastly, I will explain the material control and inventory system used in this business. We apply the FIFO method, which means the older stock will be used first to avoid wastage and damage. We also use the EOQ method to determine the optimal quantity of materials to order, so that we can reduce storage costs and avoid overstocking. The inventory flow starts from purchasing stock, then storing it properly, followed by production, and finally reordering when stock is low. This system helps the business manage materials efficiently and ensure smooth production at all times.
Assalamualaikum Puan Azlina. My name is Sarah Izwarina binti Nur Azizuddin. My metric number is 01DSC24F2033. Okay, for this slide, I will explain about labor cost and remuneration. Labor cost is the money paid to workers in the business. There are two types of labor. First is direct labor, which means workers who are directly involved in making the product, like sewing or doing beading for the shawl. Second is indirect labor, which refers to workers who support the business but do not produce the product, such as supervisors or shop staff. Next, for remuneration, there are a few payment methods. The first is time-based, where workers are paid based on hours worker. For example, RM50 per hour. The second is piece rate, where the workers are paid based on the number of product complete, for example, RM10 per shawl. Lastly, there is a bonus scheme, where workers receive extra payment if they achieve certain targets. For example, if they produce more shawls, they can get additional bonus. So this payment method can help motivate workers and improve productivity. Okay, for this slide, I will explain how overhead cost is calculated using the activity-based costing method. Overhead cost refers to indirect costs such as machine usage, electricity and packaging, which are needed in production but are not directly part of the product. Using the ABC method, we divide the process into different activities. For example, in our business, the main activities are sewing, breeding and packaging. Each activity uses different resources, so the cost is calculated based on how much each activity is used. For example, if sewing takes 2 hours and the machine cost is Rm10 per hour, then the total cost for sewing is 20. Now, I will show the calculation for overhead cost. The formula is rate multiplied activity usage. For example, Rm9 multiplied 3 hours equals Rm27. First, determine the cost driver rates such as sewing machine cost and packaging cost per hour. For the bedded shawl, we calculate the cost based on hours used and rates. After adding all activity, the total overhead cost is 16.3. For the bedded bawal, the same method is applied. After calculation, the total overhead cost is 15.5. This shows that different products have different costs depending on the activities involved. Lastly, I will explain how cost information support decision making and improve profitability. Cost information helps business set accurate pricing by including all costs such as materials, labor, and overhead. It also prevents underpricing or overpricing and ensures the business remains competitive. In terms of profitability, cost information helps identify areas to reduce unnecessary costs. It also improves efficiency and allows better control over overhead costs using methods like ABC. Overall, proper cost management helps the business earn more profit and stay sustainable. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good day to my respected lecturer, Madam Azlina. My name is Nur Amisha binti Saleh and my matrix number is 01DSC 24F2005. For this slide, I will briefly explain the challenges in our business. Our major issues, the uncertainty and material prices. When costs suddenly increase, it affects our pricing strategy and profit. Next, labor efficiency is also important. If production takes longer than expected, it not only delays orders but also increase overall costs. We also face pressure from fixed expenses like rent and utilities. These costs continue even when sales are not consistent, which can impact cash flow. Overall, these challenges require carefully planning and good cost control to ensure the business remains profitable. Then, I will explain the solution to overcome these challenges. First, for material costs, we can reduce expenses by purchasing in larger quantities and selecting more cost-effective suppliers. This helps us manage costs without affecting product quality. Next, for labor, improving workers' skill is important. When workers are more efficient, production becomes faster and more consistent, which reduces overall costs. Lastly, for overhead, we need better cost control by monitoring expenses closely and using methods like ABC. We can identify which areas use the most resources and manage them more effectively. Overall, the solutions help improve efficiency and increase profitability for the business. For the last slide, I will conclude Lunara scarf has strong demand due to its trendy design, showing good potential in the market. With proper cost management, the business can control expenses and increase profit, allowing it to run more efficiently. Overall, with continuous creativity and good financial control, Lunara scarf has strong potential for future growth and long-term success. That's all from me. Thank you.